Hey guys, we're back at the Hondas. Pretty maids all in a row. Okay, maybe not that pretty. Not really in a row either. Those two are. So, okay, I know there's a glare from the door being open. I'm sorry about that. So, you guys didn't see this one. This was a parts one. Had an engine on it that was partially taken apart. This one was given to me also. I actually have a few of these laying around here. Various states of disrepair. Now, I told you in part 2 we were going to go through the carb on this guy and get it running good. Well, I did try to film it, and I hope you guys are understanding. I don't have the best system here for recording. I'm basically using my cell phone, and I can't edit on my cell phone, and I get all kinds of goofy things. I don't like this phone. I like the first one I was using when I started this channel. And right now, the way things are, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get a new phone for a while at least. I mean, they got the stores closed down and everything, so that and money and whatever else. But I hope you guys just bear with me, because I make, well, not lately, but I've made a lot of videos, and I have to scrap them because something happens, and it's a lot of it I don't want to explain because it just would take too much time, but there's nothing I can put up on YouTube. They stop, it stops recording and then starts again, and that's kind of what happened when I was filming this one. I don't even know what happens until I go in and watch the video, and then I see what happened. And it happens a lot. It's been happening a lot more lately. It seems like if I go too long, that's another reason why I want to kind of keep my videos short, is for that reason. So I hope you guys bear with me, because right now there's no end in sight for getting a new phone for me anyway. I got to keep using this pile of crap. But anyway, so this one, it is working now. And actually, it was quite a process, because I went through the carb and it didn't even look that bad. Took it all apart, cleaned it. Took the motion tube out, jet out, blah, blah, blah. And it ran off choke, but it would surge really bad. It was whoa, 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 And so I took the carb back apart, put it through the ultrasonic, no changes. So I think what has to happen with the original carb is it needs to have the jet drilled out. And I don't have any of those little bits to do that with. So until I get them, that carb is on the shelf. But I did have another one just like it, luckily. These other guys, their carburetors are a little different than this one. But I did have one. So I cleaned it up, put it in, worked like a charm. This one's hydrostatic. I'll pull it out here. I mean, I showed you guys this, and I got it to roll. Nash Guy 207, I did get it to roll. I couldn't get to your email, and I tried to leave you a message that on your comment that I couldn't get to it, because there again, my phone. I do everything from my phone. But anyway, I just greased up, or sprayed lubricated everything, and now it rolls backwards just fine. And so we'll put it on choke. Trying to do this with one hand. or not. Need bigger hands. And there we go. Shut her down. I don't know why it hasn't done that before when I tried to. Maybe it just wasn't warmed up enough, but this is a blade. This starts your blade, and it's spring loaded, so it's easy to do if you have two hands, but with one, you got to push this down and push this forward at the same time to get the blade to turn. There's a clutch in there, which we're going to see on the other ones, and then this is your drive, and then you can control how fast you go here. So I took the new wheels off the other one of the other ones, and put on here, so it's got new back wheels. It's a good machine. Got the bag mulch plug. This other one, this is the one, the hydrostatic. It's pretty intermittent. I don't really know why, because everything's on right. So I haven't really dove into this yet. So that brings us over here to these guys. This is the one in the last video where I told you it was sitting outside. Everything was sun faded on it. You can see the deck has like no sheen whatsoever. And the top was faded, and when I started, it did start. Remember, I put gas in it and it did start miraculously, but I couldn't use the throttle because that doesn't work. So anyway, we know this one runs, and it was a hydrostatic drive also. However, digging into it, all the gears for the drive of the back tires are gone. The cable has been cut off, and the little handle that's supposed to be up here that runs the drive is gone. So I guess that would lead me to believe that the hydro in this does not work. I don't know, but it's rough anyway because it's sat outside. Like I said, it looks terrible. So then I had this one, and this one, the deck is really nice on this one. And it's like plastic. I don't know, they call it, what is it says on the other one? Xenoi? I don't know. It's some kind of plastic. So, but then they put that metal deal on there for strength when the motor's on it. So this one is not hydro. It is a gear shift. You got 2 gears. All the cables look to be in good shape. So, like I said, this one had a partially taken apart engine on it. So I took the engine off. It had a great belt on it. So I took the belt off, which is a whole process, which we're going to get into on this one, because this one, the belt, when I'm going to take this engine off and put it on here. You know, it's a little more difficult than it sounds because there's a clutch on here. So I'm going to try something to get that belt out of there, and we'll see if it works. So let's get to it. Hang on, guys. All right, guys. So it has like this deal here that goes in here. Already taken that out. And so we start with the blades. And I say blades because there's two. They call it a quadricut system. So here you go. See, two separate blades. And that's how they do that. Now, what you see here is the blade clutch. And it basically pivots like this. You have to get this open in order to change that belt. We'll probably do that after it's out of the machine. The belt, well, we could just cut it. He has it off, the previous owner anyway. There we go. So this belt is Schottky. It's pretty bad, but luckily I have one here that's off that parts one that's in really good shape. You can still see the numbers nice, and you know, it's just got some rust on it, but basically it's in really, really good condition. I like to do things on the cheap. I mean, I do make sure they're right. If I have to spend money on them and buy the right parts, I will do that. I'm not afraid of it, but if I have the parts and they're good parts, that's what I'm going to use. So next, actually we have a bunch of cables that we probably should take care of first. So hang on. Okay, guys, I disconnected the throttle cable and the drive cable. I know it's really glary. Ghost hand. Anyway, I'm sorry. I gotta have the door open though. I disconnected the blade cable from up at the handle. I need to keep it connected here. I'll explain that later. So hopefully we won't need the big boy for this. But we do. Well, let's try the other ones. Just got to make sure I'm... Yeah. All right. I need my 12. Half-inch drive 12. I have a 14 on it now, so I got to pause you again. Okay, so I forgot. I broke my 12 millimeter half-inch drive socket years and years ago. Gee, they're tight all right. You know, I don't think this one has a metal plate on it either, because the parts one had other bolts that held on that metal plate. These two here, they're already gone. They hold that other piece in here. Those are out. Those are also engine mount bolts. All right. Oops. So this one, instead of a metal plate, it had these great big bushings in there. It sat in there. I don't know if you can see. I gotta come over. There's these big bushings. Ooh, this one's all busted up, all cracked. So there you go. I've seen these where these decks are just destroyed. There's just so many cracks in them. They're just all busted up. So I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna pause you, take this off. Get the engine up here and I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. So like I said, in order to get this belt, I mean, I can cut this one off, but in order to get a new one on, this piece has to open up. This, as you can tell with the spring here, the cable running it, this activates your blade clutch. And I didn't know much about these at all. And on the scrap motor I took apart, I found out what happens when you take this bolt off and this cable is not in there. It goes flying to pieces. So my plan was, I was thinking I could put zip ties in here to hold the spring. It's not under super tension, but it is under tension. I mean, I can squeeze it, but barely. So I was thinking of compressing it with the zip ties and keeping the spring the same size, but I can't get the zip tie through the other end here. It's just they're too close. The slots are just too tight. So I have to go on to plan B. Plan B is winging it. So I'm sure there's videos out there show how to do this. Maybe even guys probably watching this. Nash guy, you're probably one. You say you work on these a lot. This held on with a little clip. It's supposed to be harder to take off than that was. But this has got to come off. So how can I keep tension on this while taking this bolt out? Well, I'm going to pause you again and come back. A lot of pausing going on in this one. Okay, guys. So I just got this in there. It's just very loose. It's not tight. Maybe I should have it a little tighter than that, though. Because when I take this bolt out, she's going to want to come flying out. It's going to want to fly to pieces. Okay. Damn it. see, but so this went in there. This little washer went in there. And this rides in there, and that's your, I mean, there's no, you'd think there'd be like brake pad material in here or something, but there's not. Okay, so now we're in this spot. So let's see. Well, there is brake pad material here though, but that's just to stop it, I believe. Oh, there's another piece coming out. Another piece to that. Oh, and the key. Everything's just sliding apart here. All right. I'm just turning the screw on the, to unload it nice and gentle like. Come on. Don't do this to me. Still under tension. There we go. So see, this has to open up, and this is really messy. In fact, I think I gotta power wash this before I do anything. So we got our belt out, but this is a mess. It sits up in there like that. Pretty sure I know how everything goes back together. I just got to, and we'll put this back together the same way we took it apart. So, yeah, what a mess. Okay. Well, I think we're going to have to stop it here. Because I got to power wash. I got to clean that up. That looks terrible. So, we're at 24 minutes anyway. It's time to shut her down. Thanks, guys. Hopefully we can get a part 3 made here. You never know what my phone's going to do. Just bear with me, guys, all right? Thanks. Leave me a comment. I love the comments. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, please. Thank you. Bye.